I bought a new Osmo 5 last week and I haven't really gotten a chance to use it, but I'm gonna go to the post office real quick in the 240 and pick up some new parts that I got for it. The 240 is gonna be going through a massive amount of changes, whole new body kit, new hood. It's gonna be a completely different color, gonna do new seats, over fenders. So it's gonna be a very different looking car. This would be a good opportunity to test this thing out. And I got this mouthpiece mount. So what I'll be doing is using it for those moments when I need both hands. I'm gonna stick it in my mouth and shoot on it. I know that looks pretty ridiculous, but it's probably less ridiculous than attaching it to my forehead. Plus, the favorite thing about the mouth mount is it's quick. So take it out of your mouth, put it in your mouth real quick if you're driving for a POV shot, or if you're working on the car and grab a tool or something, rather than messing around with the whole headband thing or the chest mount that they have. So let's go pick up that part and see how it looks. Overnight parts from Taiwan, coming in hot. So I already noticed on the drive over here that having the camera in your mouth with it facing down like this is a little too low and it has a hard time seeing over the steering wheel. So I drove a little bit with it up and that seems to be much more like the point of view, except for it's blocking my vision a little bit. So I probably won't be doing any drifting with this covering like half my eye because it's a little bit irritating to drive with. I'm sure the first thing y'all are gonna say is that I need to straighten my steering wheel. I'm well aware of that. I just never did after fixing my power steering rack, but let's see what's in the box. So these are just regular chrome cheapo taillights off of eBay, nothing special. I've had the kooky taillights on the car for over 10 years now, and I just wanted to change it up. I've always wanted to have a solid strip of red taillight on this car, but I thought it was weird with it being already red. So now that the car's not gonna be red anymore, I'm gonna take these chrome taillights and I'm gonna cover them entirely in that like red Laminate stuff. And so hopefully you won't really be able to tell that they were chrome originally, and they will just look like a strip of red LED taillights. So hopefully that'll work out like I'm hoping it will. I've also got a grill that arrived in the mail the other day. The grill that's in the car right now is technically a Zanky grill that came with the car, but I have kooky headlights, so it's not perfect, and I'm sure a lot of people know that it's the wrong grill. With the new front end that's going on, I wanted to make sure I had a real kooky grill. There's not a whole lot of options out there. There's like a USDM one and a JDM one. So I found this one for $100 and I like the way it looks. It's just two slats. Hopefully I'll have some time in the next month to start working on all of this, tearing the car all the way down, putting all the new stuff on. It's going to be super exciting. Everybody will get to see the new color. I'm going to keep the wheels, are pretty much going to be the only thing that's not going to change. So really looking forward to that. I definitely needed to do this anyways because there was a little bit of play in the hub adapter, and now that I've got this off, I noticed that the screw is somehow only finger tight. I think what happens a lot of times is because my power steering wasn't working, I was using so much force to turn the wheel that over time I'm starting to loosen a lot of these bolts. And I'm not only using a hub adapter, but I'm also using a pretty massive spacer. And I'm also using this other adapter that clocks the wheel a tiny bit because without it, the wheel is off by half an adjustment. So I got a little bit sidetracked. I didn't even finish putting the steering wheel back on my car. Race Service hit me up and said I needed to fly to Atlanta to meet up with my buddy Taylor. We're gonna shoot some stuff with Michelin and AMG. I gotta go get my rental car and then wait for Taylor's flight to land, probably go get some dinner, and then we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully shoot some cool stuff. Awesome. We're here at the racetrack today at Road Atlanta. So we're kind of gonna scout, see what the deal is, and get our media vests, hopefully. The cars out here are pretty sick. There's like some prototype, like, this is real race car stuff, man.
It's gonna be sick. Always love some prototypes.
Probably see some glowing brakes and some cool backfires maybe, but I don't think we have a ton of deliverables, so Taylor and I are mostly just gonna be hanging out watching some racing. I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, I think the main goal is to just really, really enjoy it and let people know that we are.
Sup.
But so let us do this thing quick, and then I'll give you guys a rundown on what the whole point of the whole activation is too. And then we'll have like today and tomorrow to kind of put a story together.
Hey! Got the freaking A-team right here. What's up, Lauren? Hey, buddy. We got our vests and walked down to the Michelin booth. Met up with our boys. James, Max, and Carter were down here. We got to check out the cars. So the initial plan was that James was going to drive the Raw Spec GT3 that we've been procuring for months and months. Pretty much had the thing for a year. We're not sure if they're going to let us drive on track with it or not. It's a lot of political stuff going on. But he's got this other one, this GT63, and this thing is so sick. Him and Dom put a roll cage in it and some really nice carbon fiber seats that I'm totally in love with. I need to figure out how to get my hands on some of these. So I might be hitting these dudes up for some of these seats sometime soon. Look really sick in my 240. Trump advertisement here, a bad one. Like, is he dying? Is the skeleton rooting for Trump? Not sure. Head down to the parts room, get some engineering stuff done. Actually, they're gonna send us a new map and update for the car. Make sure we got everything, all the systems working right, which I learned last week. It's nice that it's not as humid as it normally is out here. It's one of my favorite tracks. You got a good mix of like elevation change, sketchiness. It's like a proper old school track with walls where you don't want them. It makes it fun. And you know, yeah, it's just beautiful. I think it's probably one of the most beautiful tracks in the country or the world. Can't go to the AMG truck without my AMG hat on. All right, this is what we call a classic cluster. Thank you.
You guys want water or something? Are you thirsty? You guys want water?
I probably should.
Yeah, I love water.
Taylor knows a lot about hydration.
Yeah, I know things too.
James took us down to the AMG parts trailer where the race teams keep a lot of the parts and where some of the engineers are hanging out. Got to talk to them for a little bit, saw a couple of cool little things that I can't really show, but we rushed our butts back up here to the fan zone to get one of these cars on track. The GT63 would not start. Like literally dead battery?
Yeah.
Oh.
Making all sorts of weird noises.
So we missed our window. I feel horrible for James. You know, he puts a lot of time and effort into all of this, and the whole thing kind of fell apart right at the last second. So we'll get it all figured out. Tomorrow we're gonna come back and shoot a bunch more stuff. For the rest of the day, we're gonna get some cool fan activation. I'll probably shoot some stuff at the track, maybe check out some of the other racing series going on, but hopefully tomorrow we can come back and everything will be 100% and get to drive both these cars on track.
Oh, good. The 11:50 time slot was for today. We've missed it. So there's only one time tomorrow.
Why'd you bring that up again?
Because I got it all figured out. 10:15 on track, but we need to be here and down there with both cars at 8:15.
There's been some cool things happening in the Michelin fan zone. We had Sung Kang come by and check out the cars. Always fun to see him. He's a big influential name in the car community and such a nice dude, super approachable. Oh yeah, the Mercedes AMG team came by and did us a little pit stop, put some gas in the car. Got to see it go up on the air jacks.
Yeah, it was almost too fast for us to capture it. That's how good they are.
All right, on you, rolling. It was like literally almost a real pit stop. They just showed up in the whole thing in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go check out the track, walk around, see if we can find any fun photo holes. And who knows, maybe there'll be some other AMG cars on track we can shoot. Mostly just waiting for the sun to go down a little bit, get into that golden hour.
That's when the good stuff comes, right?
Yeah, yeah. Get the code? Oh, you got it? You got it memorized? Hell no. So I've been to Road Atlanta many times, but never this far out in the woods before. I didn't even know this existed. This is like a trail they said photographers could go on, and there's some pretty sketchy spiders out here, but a few good shots of the cars going through the trees in the background.
I saw one of the biggest spiders I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Why do I always wear white shoes? That was worth it.
I think it was worth it.
This is a dope spot right here. Those cars come over the crest. Somebody's camera's like right there. I'm wondering if we can stand right here. So now that the day's pretty much over, Taylor and I spent a good hour shooting shots of James with the car, getting some cool stuff of him suiting up. This is like when Brad Pitt came to F1. Thanks. The light was coming through, kind of mixed light was fun. Lens flares popping out of everywhere. So that was fun. And I guess we're gonna go, are we getting dinner first? No, we gotta shoot first.
We gotta shoot.
Yeah. We're gonna drive the car around the GT63, like the OEM car, and get some shots of that. And then I think it's just dinner. We're chilling, start editing.
Yeah, we gotta earn our meal this time.
Yeah, it's a long day. But that means tomorrow should be pretty easy. The good thing about having as much of the footage today is that means I got the rest of today and tomorrow to edit. So I gotta post this in like 2 days, basically.
Oh, we gotta get down.
So it's 5 a.m. and this is the first time I've really had a chance to look at the footage. I'm really happy with what we have so far. I mean, a lot of the shots are beautiful. I'm just not exactly sure what we're gonna do with them yet. The client told us the video just needs to encompass the idea of going from track to street, and we're not gonna have a lot of driving footage. So There's great stuff of James putting his suit on. There's great stuff, you know, of the car in the pit. I'm just not exactly sure how we're going to make this exciting, but we'll see. Today is our only chance to get some driving footage, so hopefully that goes to plan. I don't have a lot of time to edit this, but I think in the end it'll all come together.
I was like, fix the exhaust with some safety wire. It's the part that nobody has these in straight pipes. The story goes that they made these for Daytona, and then Corvette was like, nah, no, that's our sound. And so they petitioned IMSA that they were too loud. They weren't allowed to run them, so we got them. There's no brackets, and we broke one 2 weeks ago. Dom fixed one side, and then we broke the other side the next weekend. So I fixed it.
So we probably should have woke up a little earlier this morning. We absolutely hauled our butts over to the track as fast as we could because we had to shoot the Raw Spec driving down to the paddock at 8:30 sharp, and I think we just kind of underestimated the time. We made it in time, and nobody had a freaking golf cart. Luckily somebody from Michelin was willing to help us out, but the dude was just too slow. Couldn't get it together, and we kind of missed the shot. I got what I wanted, but Taylor kind of
Didn't have that race team readiness.
Taylor wanted like that front facing shot of the car coming down the hill, so missed it.
You know, the photo never gets the priority, right?
Yeah.
It's always video.
Yeah, it's always, nobody cares about the photo, guys. All right, we finally got our own golf cart. I went over to the pit and tried to put a GoPro in James's car, and the mount like literally broke, so wasn't expecting that. Kind of put a whole mess in my production. Now we're gonna try to have the passenger hold the camera, but James also has one on his helmet. We're going to the woods, we're gonna get shots. So, oh, he's, oh, ouch. I thought that was definitely going to be an adventure out into the grass. So we got to the spot that we were shooting in yesterday on the other side of the track out in the forest out here. This is going to be our first spot. The car is only going to be on track for 15 minutes. They said optimistically they're maybe going to make 6 laps. Taylor and I are going to get the first lap right here on this turn, and then we're going to run our butts through the woods. I keep thinking the leaves are dog shit. The color is perfect, dead on. Got this freaking 20-pound camera and lots of shit in my bag. And I'm gonna stop at the Motul Bridge and get like a flyby of him doing full speed under the bridge. And then we're gonna go over to this like grassy knoll over there where we can shoot the S's on the long lens. So I'll do a lens swap over there. That hopefully by then we have like 3 solid angles, who knows, maybe 4 angles of the car, and that's gonna be it for today. We gotta basically make a video out of that. So I got a good feeling about it. I think we're gonna nail it. I think I got enough. All right, well the good news is Taylor and I managed to shoot all 4 laps. The bad news is they cut our session 5 minutes early. We could have done even better, but luckily we were on our A game.
All that running was not for nothing, so.
It definitely was worth it. Taylor and I literally drove straight to the airport after that, jumped on a flight, and now we're in Houston. We're shooting a video with Aston Martin Formula 1 tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to film any behind the scenes on that or even post any of it, but we'll see. Maybe in a few months, I can release a video about all the stuff that happened. For now, I'm kind of waiting to get some feedback on the video. I shot it horizontally, but I delivered it as a vertical. But for YouTube, I'm just gonna show you what it would look like if it was horizontal. So here it is.